Hello IP6. This is our first Friday lesson. So today we're doing our fifth lesson overall, and this is the first lesson that you should be doing today on Friday. So please make sure that this is the first of the two lessons that you have watched. On Tuesday we were talking about abbreviations, and in this first lesson we're going to talk about interjections. So before we start the new lesson, we're going to check last lesson's homework. Okay, so this is your homework from Tuesday, workbook page 108. And you had to give abbreviations for some of the words in these sections. So I told you not to do number 1 or number 10. For number 2, miles per hour, mph. Number 3, square, SQ period. Number 4, corporation, CO period. Number 5, quart, QT period, no capital letter there. Number 6, registered nurse is R period, N period. Number 7, parkway is PKWY period. Number 8, president is PRES period. And number 9, boulevard, BLVD period. So give a score out of 8 for those. And section B, you have to rewrite this form, changing things that could be abbreviated. So you should have written Eleanor M. period Sacco, Dr. DR. period of dental surgery, 6140 McPherson Avenue, AVE period. You didn't need to change Springfield, Missouri. I don't expect you to know states. Don't change the zip code or the phone number. For the date of arrival, FRI period, comma, APR period 30th, and date of departure, SUN period, comma, May 2nd. Don't need to change May because it's only 3 letters anyway. And then the next part, Pioneer Campsites, P period O period box, and then 134 Boise, Idaho, 83707. Okay, so this lesson is about interjections, which I think you did last year in IP5 with Teacher Erin. So just to remind ourselves, an interjection is a word that shows feeling or emotion. So we use them as either a part of a sentence or before another sentence to show how we are feeling. So let's look at these examples. Oops, I dropped my ice cream. Oops is an interjection before the sentence, I dropped my ice cream. And oh, it's time for lunch. Oh is an interjection as part of the same sentence, it's time for lunch. Now there are many interjections in the English language. There's lots and lots. I'm not expecting you to remember all of them, but here are some examples of interjections. So hooray, which there's 2 ways to spell. Hey, oh no, well, good grief, oops, woo, okay, oh, ouch, wow, goodness, ha or haha, cheers, thanks, shh, congratulations, ah or yeah. These are all examples of interjections. Now, there's 2 different ways to do interjections, and it depends on the meaning of the interjection. If the interjection is showing strong feeling, it stands alone, like its own sentence, and it has its own end mark, its own exclamation point. So I know you've learned that sentences need to have a subject and a predicate, but an interjection can kind of stand on its own as its own little sentence without a subject or predicate. It's just expressing feeling. So, ow! I hit my toe on the table. Ow is an interjection showing strong feeling because you've hurt yourself. Or hooray! The exams are over. Hooray is something you say if you're excited, if something good has happened, and again, it would be its own little interjection. So both of these have an exclamation point before the other sentence. But interjections can also show mild feeling. They can just help to introduce or explain the rest of the sentence that it's leading into. So in those instances, you don't have an exclamation point at the end, you just have a comma before you continue the same sentence. So, okay, time for bed. Okay is part of the same sentence, and we have a comma. Well, thanks, have a nice day. Again, it's not its own separate sentence, it's not its own separate interjection, it's just part of the same sentence followed by a comma. Okay, look at your textbook, page 239, and look at questions 1 to 7. Now this is very, very easy. All you have to do is find the interjection. So either circle or underline the interjection in each sentence. If you have your textbook, just do it in the textbook. If you don't have your textbook, then get some paper and write them down. So when I say pause, please pause the video, press play when you've finished up to question 7. So please pause now. Okay, have you finished? If you finished up to question 7, please keep watching for the answers. Okay, so number 1, goodness, both teams play hard. The interjection is goodness. Number 2, amazing, the fans love the game. Amazing is the interjection. Number 3, well, that team won't win again. The interjection is well. Number 4, good grief, is this a winning streak? The interjection is good grief. Number 5, oh, I don't think so. Interjection, oh. Number 6, pow, the batter blasted that ball into the bleachers. The interjection is pow. And number 7, oh no, they won by just 1 run. The interjection is oh no. So that was quite easy. Give yourselves a score out of 7, and I hope all of you got 7 out of 7 there. Okay, now look on page 240 at questions 8 to 13. This is a little bit more difficult. You are not finding the interjection and circling or underlining it. What you need to do, you need to write the correct punctuation mark after the interjection. So if it needs an exclamation point, you write an exclamation point. If there should be a comma to continue into the same sentence, write a comma. So for example, Pew, she almost collided with the centre fielder. We have the interjection Pew followed by an exclamation point. She almost collided with the centre fielder. One clue I will give you, if you're not sure which interjection to use, think about what is coming after the interjection. Think about, does it have a capital letter or no capital letter? So answer questions 8 to 13 now, and when you're finished, you can play the video and listen to the answers. So please pause now. Okay, if you have finished up to number 13, keep watching for the answers. And you'll see that actually most of these have exclamation points. So number 8, the umpire made a bad call. We need an exclamation point after Number 9, whack, did you hear the bat hit that fast ball? Exclamation point after whack. Number 10, bravo, exclamation point, Mike tagged the runner out at home plate. Number 11, whoops, Sarah shouldn't have swung at that pitch. Whoops shows strong feeling. The only one that doesn't really need an exclamation point is number 12, uh-oh, comma, the coach is replacing the pitcher. And number 13, all right, exclamation point, he loaded the bases. So give yourselves a score out of 6, and hopefully you all got 5 or 6 out of 6. Okay, that is the end of this lesson. Your homework is workbook page 98. And this is our first of 2 lessons today on Friday. Please make sure you finish workbook page 98 before you watch the second lesson today, lesson 112. Before we finish, I'm just going to tell you what to do for workbook page 98. This is your homework, workbook page 98. You've got 18 questions. For each question, there's an interjection in brackets, and you can see a dialogue between some people. You need to write the interjection on this line and decide whether to use a comma or an exclamation point after the interjection. So very similar to the work that we've just done. Okay, IP6, that is the end of our first lesson today. Like I said, make sure you don't watch the second lesson until you have finished that homework page. So until the next lesson, thank you IP6. Bye bye.